It appears that your person is currently dealing with a great deal of internal confusion, largely driven by their own ego. This ego is playing a significant role in keeping them from reaching out to you, even though deep down, their feelings may be quite different. Their ego acts as a barrier, blocking the emotional connection that could otherwise be more openly expressed between the two of you. This inner turmoil is evident in how they are behaving, and it's likely causing frustration on both sides of this connection. For many of you, the communication between you and your person has become very minimal, if not completely non-existent, over the last few months. This radio silence may feel confusing and hurtful, leaving you wondering what went wrong, especially when you know there is a deep bond between you two. It's important to note that if you are still in active communication with your person and everything appears to be relatively smooth, this message likely doesn't apply to your situation. However, for those who are experiencing a separation, where communication has either ceased or your person is actively avoiding face-to-face interactions, this message is meant for you. You're probably dealing with someone who is overwhelmed by their emotions but too caught up in their own defenses and pride to confront them. This is particularly true for twin flames, who often have an intense connection but can also go through long periods of silence or separation due to unresolved emotional issues. In the recent past, there may have been an incident that caused a rupture in your communication. You might have felt defensive at the time and said something that, although truthful, hurt your person's ego. What you said may have hit a sensitive spot, making them withdraw further. It's crucial to understand that although your words might have been harsh, they likely came from a place of frustration. You've always known how this person feels about you. There's an unspoken understanding between you two, but due to their stubbornness and fear of vulnerability, they continually run from the connection. They pull away, only to come back again, which has undoubtedly upset you. The push and pull dynamic is exhausting, and it's easy to see why you've become frustrated. You may feel as though you're putting in the emotional labor, trying to maintain the connection, while your person keeps running from it. However, it's essential to acknowledge that your person is not doing this out of malice or indifference. They are a very sensitive soul, someone who feels things deeply, even though they might not express those feelings openly. In fact, it's precisely because of their sensitive nature that they tend to distance themselves. They are terrified of becoming vulnerable and being left out in the cold. This fear is rooted in their past experiences, likely dating back to childhood. It's possible that they were abandoned, neglected, or emotionally wounded when they were younger, and these old scars are now influencing their current behavior. Over time, they've learned to protect themselves by putting on a mask, a false persona that hides their true emotions. They may act tough, indifferent, or even aloof, but underneath that exterior is someone who feels deeply, perhaps even more than most people. They wear this mask not only to protect themselves from others but also to keep their most vulnerable emotions hidden. However, you have a unique ability to see through this facade. You can read them like a book, even from a distance. This ability of yours to understand their true feelings, even when they try to hide them, has probably shocked them on more than one occasion. In fact, it might scare them more than they let on, because it's rare for someone to be able to see past their defenses so clearly. Your person likely feels exposed around you, as though they can't hide their true self. This level of emotional intimacy can be terrifying for someone who has spent their life building walls to protect themselves from getting hurt. They are not used to being seen so clearly, especially by someone who means so much to them. Even though it scares them, they are also drawn to you because of this. Your deep understanding and your ability to see their true self is something they deeply value, even if they don't always show it. In fact, It's one of the reasons why they love you. Their love for you is tied to your understanding nature. While their ego and fears may be keeping them at a distance right now, it's important to recognize that their feelings for you are still strong. They are simply grappling with their own inner struggles that prevent them from being as open and communicative as you might like. With time, as they work through these issues, there is hope that the barriers between you will come down, allowing for a deeper and more honest connection. Until then, patience and understanding will be key in navigating this complex and emotionally charged situation. I sincerely want to apologize from the depths of my heart. Please believe me when I say I never meant to hurt you. Hurting you was never my intention, and I regret the pain I've caused more than words can express. I wish you could understand how sorry I am, and how much I long to make things right between us. Every day, I find myself thinking about you, and in my dreams, I often see us living the kind of life we both deserve, happy, connected, and at peace with one another. These dreams give me hope that we can still have a beautiful future together. Our relationship means more to me than you could ever know. It's not something I take lightly or for granted. You are such a significant part of my life, and I value you immensely. To me, you are one of the most incredible people I've ever met. There's a light inside you that touches everyone around you, and I feel truly fortunate to have had the chance to be close to you. You have brought so much goodness and joy into my life, and I cherish the connection we share. My heart belongs to you, and no matter what, that will always be true. It's difficult for me to put into words how I'm feeling right now. You are so good at expressing your love and your emotions, and it's something I've always admired about you. You have this amazing ability to communicate your feelings so openly and sincerely, but that's something I've always struggled with. I know I haven't always been able to express myself the way you deserve, and for that, I'm sorry. My feelings for you are deep and real, but sometimes I can't find the right words to tell you how much you mean to me. Despite my shortcomings, please know that I love you deeply and with all of my heart. I want you to know that I am a completely different person now. I've done a lot of reflection and growing, and I realize the mistakes I've made in the past. I see now how I let certain things get in the way of our happiness, and how I didn't always treat you with the love and respect you deserve. But I've changed, and I'm committed to being better for you, for us. I believe that our connection is on the verge of a positive transformation, and that this change is happening because of you. You've always been the one to push us towards something better, and I can see how much effort you've put into making our relationship work. Your dedication inspires me to do the same. Seeing your strength and determination has made me realize that I am ready to fight for what we have, no matter how difficult it might be or how much I need to change in my life. I don't want to lose what we share, and I don't want to lose you. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make things right and to build something even stronger between us. I want to be the person you need me to be, the partner who stands by your side through every challenge. I want the happiness we once had back, and I know that the only way I can truly find that happiness is with you. The waiting and the uncertainty have been difficult, but I believe that this tough period will come to an end soon. I've never been more sure of my feelings for you, and my emotions are clearer now than they've ever been. I know, without a doubt, that no one could ever love me or care for me the way you do. Your love is rare and irreplaceable, and I don't want to spend my life without it. Thank you for everything you have done for me. Thank you for being patient, for being kind, and for loving me even when I've made it difficult. I see all the sacrifices you've made, and I am beyond grateful for your willingness to stand by me through the ups and downs. I promise to never take that for granted again. Moving forward, I want to show you just how much you mean to me, not just in words but in my actions. I want to be the person who makes you feel cherished, respected, and truly loved every single day. My heart belongs to you, and I am ready to prove that I deserve your love. I believe that we can get through this, and that the best days of our relationship are still ahead. I love you, now and always. I know I've been harsh with you in the past, and I deeply regret that. It wasn't because I don't love you, but rather because I've struggled with expressing my emotions. I realize now that my behavior must have hurt you, and for that, I am truly sorry. The truth is, I've never been good at showing love, and I've never experienced a connection as powerful and overwhelming as the one I have with you. This connection is something entirely new for me, and I didn't know how to handle it. From the moment you came into my life, everything changed, and I've been on an emotional roller coaster ever since. Every time I'm close to you, I feel nervous, almost like I can't breathe. My heart races, my thoughts scatter, and I don't know what to do with myself. It's not because you intimidate me, but because I care so deeply about you that I'm afraid of messing things up. I've never had someone affect me the way you do. You have this incredible ability to make me feel vulnerable, something I've always tried to avoid. Vulnerability scares me, and my instinct has been to shut down, to protect myself by putting up walls. That's why I may have come across as cold or distant at times, but please understand that it wasn't a lack of love. It was my fear of being open, of letting my emotions show. I've tried so hard to push down these feelings, to bury them deep so they wouldn't overwhelm me. But I realize now that no matter how hard I try, I can't hide what's in my heart. My eyes give me away. Haven't you noticed the way I look at you? Every glance I give you is filled with emotions I've been too afraid to voice. I know it's not the same way I look at other women. No one compares to you. You're in a league of your own, and I've always known that. You're not just someone I care about, you're someone I cherish, admire, and love in ways I didn't think were possible. There's a reason I haven't treated you the way I treat others. My feelings for you are deeper, more intense, and that scares me. I've never been one to wear my heart on my sleeve, but with you, I've wanted to. I just didn't know how to. I realize now that I've been unfair to you, withholding my emotions out of fear, and that's not how someone who loves you should behave. You deserve better. You deserve to know, without any doubt, how much you mean to me. You deserve someone who can match your strength, your openness, and your ability to love unconditionally. I know you love me. I've always known. Your love is the one thing I've never doubted. You've shown me, time and time again, how much I mean to you. You've never been afraid to let the world know how you feel about me. You wear your love proudly, like a badge of honor, and I admire that about you. You have a courage that I've lacked. While I've been busy trying to protect myself from vulnerability, you've been fearless in showing your heart, and standing by me, even when I didn't make it easy for you. I also know that others have judged us, have judged our connection. I've felt the pressure, the weight of other people's opinions. And I think, in a way, that made me retreat even further into myself. I let those judgments get to me, and instead of standing up and fighting for what we have, I hid. I let their voices drown out my own. But I see now how wrong that was. What we have is special, and I shouldn't have let anything or anyone make me question that. You've always been strong in your love for me, and I admire that so much. I've realized that I'm not as strong as you in that regard, but I want to change. I don't want to hide my feelings anymore. I don't want to let fear or doubt hold me back from being the partner you deserve. You've been patient with me, understanding in ways I don't even think I fully deserved, and I want to show you that your patience wasn't in vain. You've given me the courage to want to be better, to want to be open about how much you mean to me. I'm ready now. I want the world to know how much I love you. I want to match the strength you've shown in standing by my side, and I want to do the same for you. You are, without question, the most important person in my life, and I'm ready to show that openly, without hesitation or fear. I love you, and I'm ready to prove it in every way possible.